Thanks very much, Lascian Corla, and thanks very much, Minister. I just want to start by saying that I realise this is a very difficult and distressing and very heartbreaking time for everybody involved, and I just want to commend the courage and bravery of anybody, all the families that have spoken out in relation to this, and the revelations in the RT Investigate programme about Cork University Maternity Hospital sending organs from babies to Belgium along with clinical waste for disposal has shocked everybody to the core. It is, I think, one of the most heartbreaking testimonies is when you heard people describing that it felt to them as if, you know, it was just discarded as a piece of rubbish, and that's absolutely devastating and heartbreaking for families who've already gone through such an incredible loss. I do want to say that obviously I know there is going to be an investigation, Minister, and this is welcome. However, we do obviously want to know more about this investigation. I think it's important maybe that we get some of those answers today. Obviously, it's a very sensitive subject, and I think everybody acknowledges that, and it has to be dealt with as such. And the investigation must be thorough, and it must be transparent, and must get to the bottom of this and establish how widespread the practice may be. And I know that you made reference in your own speech to, I suppose, the once-off nature that has been described, and that has been disputed by a number of the families, because the RT programme further highlighted that it actually wasn't a once-off, and that many organs have been released by the pathology department following post-mortem examinations, and they lay in storage in the hospital morgue in some cases for several months. So I think it's important that we do get answers to those types of questions, and I'm sure you would agree with that, Minister. But can we just ask in specifically what form the investigation will take? How will it be conducted? What is the time frame for a report? And will you be receiving a copy of this report directly? And what hospitals are part of the investigation? I think that's really, really important. Is it being, what hospitals are part of the investigation? So is it being spread out to all hospitals? And I think that's really important, because we do have a history in this country of maybe investigating one incident when clearly there could be examples of others, and I think it's important to be as thorough as possible in this situation. My colleagues are obviously taking time on this too, so I want to finish by saying that I'm always struck, unfortunately, by the lack of accountability and lack of responsibility that we seem to have in this country and in our history, and particularly whenever we are speaking about topics that affect particularly women and children. And I think we really do need to start seeing accountability and responsibility. And I think that's really one of the best ways that the state can show that they are truly sorry, and they do not wish this to happen again, and they do want to get answers for people, and they want justice going forward. You know, there has to be that responsibility and accountability. The practice must end, and we cannot have any more, you know, situations where families are placed in this horrific position. Thanks,